I'm going to do a creative short titled A View Through a Window. So this is the view from the classroom window, and I'm going to attempt to draw this tree. The main learning really here is to accurately depict proportion without necessarily spending too long trying to draw what you see in front of you. So we're going to take an A4 sheet of paper, and this could be any size, and we're going to do some central lines. So we're going to fold it in half and in half again, and we're going to look at a section that we want to draw. Oh, won't use the permanent marker, that would be a disaster on the window. So I'm just going to have a look. I'm not going to be too precious with this one, but we're just going to frame what we want to see. So I'm just doing a broken line because to do a solid line, it will take me a while. So a broken line is quicker to frame the work. And then I'm just doing a couple of little notches here to say that this is where my central lines are. So I'll just take a ruler and rule them on. Now it might be quite difficult for you to see what I'm doing, so I'm hoping that you can see what my hand is doing, and that will give you the information that you need. I'll try and insert a picture into the video just so you can see a close-up of what I'm doing. It's quite difficult on the window, but hopefully you'll be able to see exactly what I'm trying to say. So we've got a frame, we've got some central lines. Now what we need to do is we need to look at this in 2D rather than 3D. So what we have to do is we need to close one eye. So if you put your pen vertically on a vertical line around the room, the wall, and you close one eye, the pen doesn't move. You close the other and it jumps. So you want to keep the eye open when the pen doesn't jump. So that would be, I keep my left eye open. I'm left-handed, tends to be the way, but not always. So I'm going to close one eye to get this into 2D because I find I won't be able to draw if I keep both eyes open. So I'm moving into 2D, and I will start to fill in exactly what I see. Now I've got quite a big marker pen. I don't have any thick felt tips, so that's why I didn't use felt tips. And I'm just doing a diagonal hatch, just so I can see how thick the branches are. And I'm coming down, and that just veers off. Like that. And you could always have a rest. You just need to not move, because then things kind of, move out of, move out of where they should be. So try and keep in the same position. This is a thinner branch. Okay, all the way up to the top here. And we have a branch here. And where we've got leaves, what are you going to do? How are you going to mimic those? Are they like little circles? Some are only little buds, and then others have bloomed. So how are you going to do that? That's coming out there, that's coming out there, and that's got some little buds on it. So I'm just doing kind of almost like scribble movements. Okay, like this. Okay, that. And you don't have to put everything in. That looks nice. Okay. So when you feel that you've got enough, then what we want to do is we want to transfer it onto our piece of paper. So if I just touch this up, just so you can see. Now, whatever we can see in this square, we're transferring the information onto this square. Whatever we see here, and we do the same thing. What we also need to consider is shade and tone and how we're going to lay those marks down. So if we have this sheet here, just to kind of explain to you, in fact, I'll get another plain sheet as well. This, without getting too in depth. We're going to take a 2B pencil. We're going to take a 2B pencil, and we want to consider line. So line is, are we going to do the lines of the branches solid? Are we going to do them soft? Are we going to do them broken? What type of line are we creating? Then what we also need to think about is shade and tone. So if we had our pencil, our 2B pencil, the more pressure that we put on that pencil, the darker the shade. We ease off the pressure a little bit. It becomes lighter. It becomes lighter again. And lighter even more until we get to white. So what we tend to do is we tend to work on a 5 value scale. So we go from white to black, and we have 3 greys in between. So we have light grey, mid grey, dark grey, and black. So we could fill it in quite smooth through pressure. We could also fill in through mark making. So here we have some hatching, some diagonal hatching. We have cross hatching. We have stippling. We have scumbling. What kind of mark, if it's not going to be a pressure mark, what kind of mark do we want to make? So black is always black, if you like. So let's think about if we did cross hatching. So even if we do cross hatching, the black, because we want this to be really close together, like this, and that's the darkest it will go. Now, when we open up the mark and we let little white bits in, it becomes lighter. We open up more, it becomes even lighter. We open up more and it becomes lighter still. So if you spent some time on this, we still have a 5 value scale, either through mark making or pressure. So when we go up to here, we're now going to trace off. I'm going to do mine fairly faint. So again, hopefully you can just see my hand movement. So we start here, we come down. Right, where is this wishbone? This wishbone is, if this is the centre here, it's just left of centre. And I'm just doing a really faint line. Okay, like this. Da, 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 da. Then I come on to this side. Now, if this is half, this is a quarter, this is half, this is a quarter. It's actually under a quarter that I need to do my branch. That. This branch coming down here, this is the centre, it is left of centre, and then it goes across the central line and it comes right of centre. Like that. And you start to kind of fill in. So we've got this other branch here, which is here, and it's just under the halfway. So it starts here and it goes all the way up to the top, and it finishes on the half roughly. So we start here, it goes all the way up to the top, and it finishes on the half. Then what we have, we'll just fill that in. A little bit better. And then here, we've got a branch just coming off. If this is the half, it finishes on the half. So it finishes here. If this is the half, this is the quarter. It roughly finishes on the half and the quarter. So we've got a branch coming down, and then we have some little berries like this. So you map that out, and then you think about line, and the line may be just, not all of the line, but we're just doing a broken line like that. If I do a pressure, I can see that, let's have a look at that branch, the light direction is coming from the right hand side, so the left hand side needs to be darker. So if this is darker here, and then we go lighter and lighter until we get to white. So I did one earlier, just to show you the result. Have we got some masking tape? Yeah. And this is a tonal sketch of a view through the window. So as you can see here, we have white value, some mid-grey values, and some black. We have white where the light direction is coming from, and we have darker values where the shadow is. And I'm hoping that this 10-minute video will just inspire you to have a go at this focus and frame technique, and is giving you a little bit of introduction to mark making and shade and tone if you are new to sketching. Thanks for watching.